the Not So Traveling Introvert. Today, I want to talk about how do you know if you are micromanaging yourself? A lot of the time when we talk about micromanaging, we think about a manager who is looking at everything that you do, checking up on everything that you do, telling you exactly how to do whatever it is that you need to do. And most of the time when we think about micromanaging, we think of external forces. However, you can micromanage yourself, and that can manifest in many different ways, especially if you are in leadership. One way could be perfectionism, making sure, or you thinking that everything has to be perfect rather than done, and so you keep going back over things and redoing things until they are perfect in your eyes, and therefore you are micromanaging yourself because you're trying to aim for this thing that isn't really obtainable. Done is better than perfect. Then there's the overthinking. I'm sure you sit there day or night overthinking conversations that haven't even happened yet, conversations that you think are going to happen, what would happen if you did this, that, and the other. And it's you basically overthinking, yes, and therefore micromanaging yourself and leading to procrastination by not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing and putting things off. Now, along with that overthinking comes the whole wanting to control all the variables. So while you're thinking about those conversations that you could have, you're like, well, if A, B, and C happens, then I'd have conversation D. But if A, B, and F happens, then I need to have conversation Z, for example. And trying to control all those things and those variables takes up a lot of energy, takes up a lot of time. Again, leads to procrastination and maybe a fear of just, stepping into your role as a manager. Trying to do a postmortem on everything that you've done. So you go ahead and do something that isn't a big project, but then you go and pick it apart for all the things that you did wrong, not thinking about the things that you did right, or the fact that no one's complaining, or the fact that, someone's even congratulated you on it. It's more about, oh, well, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. And that's exactly what a micromanager would do to you if they were managing you. So all of these things, perfectionism, overthinking, trying to control all of the variables, doing a postmortem on everything that you do, is a form of micromanaging on yourself. And then not only that, you're expending all of this energy and time. And we as introverts know just how precious our energy is. And to spend it, and to be honest, to be wasting it on these things because you're holding yourself back, because you might have tinges of imposter syndrome, because you might have a fear of leading, because you might think that you should just fly under the radar and get everything done. There are so many ways that you are ending up self-sabotaging, and micromanaging yourself is one of those things. You are self-sabotaging yourself and then putting in your mind into this sort of tailspin and this circle of, I did this, but I need to do this more. I did that, but I need to do that more. And all of these things end up having a very negative effect on your mental health and your physical health, because this invokes stress. And so with this stress comes increased heart rate, sweating, palpitations, foggy brain, all sorts of things. So, and it stops you getting job done that you are quite capable of doing if you just sat back and stopped, nagging Nancy, thinking about perfectionism and controlling all the variables and picking apart everything. So if you find yourself doing those things, put a name to that voice in your head. Call it nagging Nancy if you wish. And tell Nancy, it's okay. I understand you're trying to protect me, but I trust my gut and I know I can do this, and go ahead and see what happens. So these are the flags and the things to look out for to see if you are micromanaging yourself, never mind anybody else. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com, helping you build your brand and get hired. Have a great rest of your week.